It began with a whisper that traveled for 1,000,000 years, not as text or sound, but as a feeling. A deep, resonant hum settled in the bones of every astronaut aboard the Odyssey. Ancient sorrow, cosmic loneliness. We were charting the Kepler 186 system, expecting silence. But something was out there, calling to us with the weight of its existence. Our instruments found nothing, yet the feeling grew stronger each day, a silent pull on our souls. The broadcast felt personal, a giant, sleeping mind reaching out in its final moments. We turned our ship toward the source of the silent song, and so we answered the call. The source was a rogue planet, Ethelgard, a wanderer cast out billions of years ago. It projected not anger or fear, but solemn dignity. As we approached, sensors detected a shimmering aurora pulsing with internal light, impossible for a planet without a star. The light danced across the frozen surface, a silent ballet in the eternal night. It was not geological or radioactive, but organized, complex, matching the sorrowful hum in our minds. Dr. Aris Thorne, our xenolinguist, believed the lights were a language, a geoglyph of consciousness, a message written in the planet's atmosphere. He theorized Ethelgard was a sentient entity, its thoughts manifesting as light. We were witnessing a mind at work, a thought process spanning an entire world. The closer we got, the more intricate the patterns became. Spirals, geometric shapes, rivers of light. It was breathtaking and melancholic. The last thoughts of a dying god. We recorded every flicker, racing to decipher the secrets before they faded. We were reading a book whose pages were burning away. We sent the probe Stargazer into Ethelgard's upper atmosphere for a closer look. The surface was covered in crystalline cities, remnants of a vanished civilization, preserved in the cold of deep space. The ghost city resonated with auroras, its crystals acting as antennae, broadcasting the planet's energy. Patterns etched in crystal, like circuits or writing, hinted at a message, a legacy waiting in the dark. The sorrow intensified. A clear, piercing note of grief resonated within us. On the bridge, the crew worked in silence, faces lit by Ethelgard's shifting colors. The auroras grew brighter, frantic, the symphony reaching its crescendo. The planet was pouring its last energy into this final broadcast. Dr. Thorne and his team fed probe data into the translation matrix, searching for meaning. It was like solving a puzzle with 1,000,000,000 moving pieces. Suddenly, a breakthrough, a recurring fractal pattern, the heartbeat of the message. With this key, the translation began, single concepts, abstract emotions. We saw flashes of images in our minds, stars born, galaxies dancing, the loneliness of the void. The planet shared its memories, its history. It had once been a vibrant world, teeming with life. We saw its children, strange and beautiful, living in crystalline forests. We felt the planet's love for them, a parental affection, deep and all-encompassing. We were receiving a confession, a life story told in light and sorrow. The first word our computers translated was not a word, but a feeling, alone. It confirmed the cosmic loneliness that had drawn us here. For eons, Ethelgard had drifted through darkness, a solitary mind in an ocean of matter. The translation accelerated. 1,000,000,000 years of existence compressed into hours. The planet's name in its own language, the garden that remembers. It saw itself as a living library, nurturing and preserving life. Then came the cataclysm. A nearby supernova sterilized its system, its sun died, its children vanished. The planet survived, wounded and alone. It had lost everything it loved. The sorrow we felt was for its lost children and its own impending death. It had become a message in a bottle, cast into the cosmic ocean. The message became a story. Ethelgard shared its most precious memories. We saw its slow awakening, a geological network growing into consciousness. It became aware of itself, the life it nurtured, and the stars above. Its children were part of it, living within crystalline forests, sustaining and regulating the planet. It was a perfect symbiosis, a unified ecosystem of mind and matter. There was only harmony, a vision of paradise that had truly existed. Their art was music, sung in chorus with the planet's frequency. Their culture explored consciousness, perceiving the universe in ways we could barely imagine. They understood the interconnectedness of all things, the universe as a single vast organism, slowly waking up. This was the planet's philosophy: life as a fundamental property of the cosmos, consciousness as the universe's way of understanding itself. We were all part of a single, emerging mind. Ethelgard's loneliness was the universe's own. It was a profound, beautiful idea. The message turned dark, a chilling warning. Ethelgard had passed through the ruins of hundreds, thousands of civilizations. It showed us shattered planets, star systems silenced by war, worlds choked by their own pollution. Civilizations rose, reached for the stars, and burned out before meeting another. The Great Silence. The universe was not empty, but a graveyard. Civilizations destroyed themselves after gaining the power of gods but keeping tribal instincts. Wisdom never kept pace with technology. They turned their power inward, fighting until only silence remained. It was a story repeated across 1,000,000 worlds. We saw civilizations like our own, triumphs, then nuclear fire, plagues, collapse. It was a history of our possible future. Ethelgard was not just telling its story, it was showing us ours. It was a warning, a plea from a dying elder to a reckless young species. The Great Silence was not a theory, it was a recurring tragedy. The universe's graveyard was real. The light from Ethelgard began to fade, the symphony was ending. The planet gathered its last strength for its final words, a legacy, a choice. It projected two futures for humanity, not predictions, but possibilities. The first, the Great Silence. Earth turned to ruin, cities fallen, oceans poisoned, skies choked. We turned on each other, following the path of extinction. The second, a future barely dreamed. Humanity united, planet healed, cities transformed, reaching for the stars as explorers and gardeners. We met other young species, guiding them across the chasm that claimed so many. We overcame tribal instincts, embraced shared consciousness, understood we were one organism. This was Ethelgard's final gift, the knowledge that we were not doomed to repeat the past. The Great Silence was a pattern, not a law. We could be the first to break the cycle. The planet was not judging us, but empowering us. The fate of the universe's awakening might rest on our shoulders. Ethelgard had traveled 1,000,000 years to deliver this message, passing the torch of hope to us. It was the ultimate act of faith. The choice was ours. The light faded. The light from Ethelgard flickered one last time, then vanished. The planet was dark, the great mind silent. On the bridge, no one spoke. We had witnessed the death of a god and the birth of a responsibility. We were the inheritors of Ethelgard's legacy, the keepers of its final will. The message was for everyone. Our survival depended on seeing ourselves as one. As Earth grew from a distant point of light, one question echoed: are we worthy of that faith?